what we want to do in the first place. Okay. L5123's fourth door. 14 steps to the right. 23 steps to the left. There's a staircase. How far down does this go? The sound is getting louder, and I see a dim light. Is it really okay to head inside? Guess I have no choice. What's this? What are these huge machinations supposed to be? Welcome, welcome. It must have been an exhausting journey here. Come on in, and make yourself at home. Who are you? I'm the weaver working here. It's so nice to see a guest after such a long time. Come on now, don't be shy and step right in. A weaver? Yep, that's what I am. You were invited by the prescript, right? How did you? The likes of you couldn't even dream of finding this place without the guidance of the prescript. It only invites people here on a very extraordinary occasion, so consider yourself honored. Does this place have something to do with the prescripts? Yes, oh yes, it has plenty to do with them. This is the birthplace of the prescripts. Prescripts are born? Your face tells me that you must have a lot you'd like to hear. And that's good. I was really bored too, actually. You should take a seat here. You should take a seat first here. This would be a long story. Here's your chair. Sorry, I have no tea. It's hard to come by warm water down here. Oh, where are my manners? What's your name? Are you a proxy or messenger? My name's Morai. Hold on, could you please slow down? First off, I'm 얀샃ㄷ요무. I'm a messenger. I only started working less than a month ago. Yan, but you were a messenger. Yes, I've been delivering prescripts full of absurd and brutal orders. Oh, I understand. Prescripts are cruel indeed. And naughty too, which gets some people killed. I had to hear many resentful remarks and screams from the people who received their prescripts. Are you the one who wrote those ridiculous prescripts? Yeesh, so scary. Don't yell at me so dreadfully now. To answer your question first, no, I'm not responsible for the contents of the prescript. My occupation is to manage these spinning wheels and loom. Huh? Then how are prescripts born? Can you hear this sound? Can you feel the tremor climbing up your feet and touching your bosom? I can feel a tiny quake, yes, but what about it? It's just a small vibration. Wrong. This isn't a simple tremor. What? You're feeling the heartbeat of the city. It vibrates at random frequencies. Those vibrations move this pendulum over here, and I spin the wheels to make threads. Oh, why? Hear me describe it. Want to see it in action? Here, why don't you come closer and take a look? A new prescript is about to be born. Pendulum swings above the threads I spin, inscribing meaning on them. Meaning? All I see are random patterns. It could seem hazy at first. This is the language of the city, after all. You obviously won't recognize it. No, oh no. The language of the city. Are there more languages left to be found? It's a different kind from the languages people use. Well, it certainly is. Thing is, I have no idea what it means either. But we'll soon be able to find out. There are 57 spinning wheels here. The threads spun from those wheels, and then put in this loom, and I modestly weave cloth from them. Wait just a moment now. And there it is. Look, a prescript has been created. No way. Touche hon. When you see a person on a three-way intersection, waving their hand 7 times, follow them to their house. It really is a prescript. Alright, no time to be spacing out. We should send this prescript to a messenger for delivery, right? Start with this stamp and... Let's see. The code is N next to L, N920, and 1. There it is. Pipe number N9201. It's right here. Now we roll up this prescript and put it in here. This prescript will travel along the pipe all the way to the surface. That's what prescripts were? This can't be. Who made the spinning wheels, the loom, and the pipes then? I have no clue. I was left here by a prescript too. Oh, well, my predecessor was waiting for me when I arrived, but they left after receiving a prescript one day. Have you never questioned the prescripts? Not really. I don't have much else to do anyway. Do you have any idea how many people die because of your stupid randomly generated commands? If this is where all the prescripts are made, then you could have at least tweaked them a little so they're not as cruel. I'm not doing this because a prescript ordered me to create and send prescripts down here, though. Oh yeah, sorry, I am doing this. Yeah, I am doing this. If I broke this prescript, the prescripts will get me killed. What are you talking about? You're the one in charge of sending out prescripts. What if there's another weaver like me somewhere in another nest? You don't possibly think that I'm the only one mailing all the prescripts for the city, do you? Someone has to be making the contents of the prescripts. But who could it be? In my opinion, that'd be the city itself. The pendulum inscribing patterns on the thread, swinging across to the city's motion. Just like I said before. Footsteps of pedestrians walking around on the surface, quakes coming from construction sites, impacts created from some clumsy person falling on the floor, echoes of people's screams. Every little event happening in this city becomes a vibration that moves the pendulum. Even the sounds of us talking. At the end of the day, a city folk can never be free from the city. Every deed committed by denizens of the city is ultimately the city's deed. We're representing its will in a sense. All the cruel things we've been committing were out of the city's vile volition? Why did the city have to be that way? Because the people are. The city was built by people, and their cruel nature had to naturally reflect on their creation. You were born that way. It's a mess. People built the city, and now the city is controlling the people? Does this order really matter much? I think the point is this, that whatever we do, we're essentially part of the city. What if there's singularity, or they just turned dividing into a whole ass finger? Again, like, singularities are like controlled by the wings. Like in the index, this is just like this is just a syndicate. So like, if it was a singularity, it would be like it have to be by some kind of like organization, like by some kind of wing, like some kind of corporation, and not just like not just a random syndicate. So I don't know. All you do is weave cloth in this peaceful bunker. You probably have no idea what kind of brutal outcomes that piece of cloth can make. You can bring. That's why you can talk about this with such a carefree attitude. You're right, that's beyond me. I only do what I was ordered to do. Do I really have to care about that, though? According to the city's will, its volition, the city's will matches the will of the people living in it. Did you know? They're beings born out of the city's folks' wants. Humans want to walk the path that's given to them. They're afraid to face the consequences of their actions and take responsibility for them. They know that they will only end up going the wrong way if they try to make their own decisions. They'd rather rely on something and expect things from it rather than to live a life of struggle. People without purpose in their lives, desiring and yearning for something to open a way for them. It could be someone wishing for equality amidst the savagery and voyeurism, or it could be the vain hopes of those who want the city to thrive forevermore, providing all of its inhabitants. That's how gods were born. People needed them. They didn't prop into existence because someone told them to. They can't be made up by anyone, nor can they be oppressed. You can't blame anyone for this. So many people, so many residents of the city want them. Thus, they're the fear that will draw near them. The temptation of happiness, the promises and wishes of all people. Are you starting to get why prescripts came into existence? Yeah, right, it wasn't my fault. People weren't doing inhumane things because I delivered prescripts to them. Those horrible things were meant to happen anyway. You're right, I think I see it now. It's the city. It's because people have always been cruel. Humans are born that way. They have desperate wishes. It doesn't matter if they were pure wishes, welled up from innocent hearts and ambitions born from greed. This is the result of what everyone wished for. Killing people with my own hands, or taking away invaluable things from others. Keyview? Damn, what happened? Your fingers get tired? Your fingers get tired? Thanks for the raid, Keyview. Shuddering in guilt, listening to those horrid screams while I tried my best just seem unfazed. We're on 3 hours. Rookie numbers, but fair enough. Also, if you're wondering why Fan Game Marathon rated you, because I told them to. That's if you're wondering, because I told them to. Yeah, because no one else is like online. I was like, wait, Keyview is like it's online. Hop in, Wolsk. He was like, yeah, he goes down. But yeah, that was good. Also, yeah, like I watched your showcase with Harpy and Dranko. That was very well, awesome, epic. A very good showcase. Love to see it. Full in 3, yeah. Glad it went well. Like, I also like, I don't know. I obviously I don't play BMS or anything, so I wouldn't have been able to tell if things went bad. I wouldn't have been able to tell if things went bad, but from what I've heard, you guys like everything went like perfectly. So I'm happy for you guys. Yeah. Anyways, I'm playing Library of Ruina. It's a whole. We're like really far into the game. The TLDR right now in the story is that there's like these people called the Index. They're like kind of like a group, and they follow these instructions called like prescripts, and like these prescripts are like. Okay, never mind. Okay, if you don't want to be spoiled, then get out of here. Just leave. For everyone else, I'll fill you in. And like these prescripts are like basically like orders that you follow. These people follow, and they could be anything from like super mundane, from like walk over to the store like in like at 3 p.m. and like raise your pinky or something like that, right? Or it could be something crazy like get hit by a bus. It's like that's and they just follow these like my heart. Like they have to do these. They don't have to. But like these people like just like force themselves to do it because there's kind of like some huge cult thingy. That's kind of that's the gist of that. But anyways, yeah. Thanks for the raid, Keyview, and adios. Bye. Anyways, where were we? They were all useless feelings eating away at my heart. Exactly. I'm just a tiny part of the world. I can never change the wishes of all people. There's no way I can defy this flow. What I did was part of the city, the will of the city. Forging prescripts out of spite and delivering them could be traced to the city's volition, not my free will, but that equates to my volition in the end. The city and I, and every person in the city, were one and the same. Do you think so too? The fuck happened to you? Why is this in Korean? What did that say? Wait, guys, I know a little bit of Hangul. That's an N. I think that's 얀사gs de. I think that's a D, right? That's a D. 얀사gs de. I'm bad with vowels. That's an M, I think. I'm bad with vowels. I can't remember what my vowels too well. That's like I'm good with consonants. I don't know, but is that supposed to be like that? Did they fuck up? Did they just like forget to translate this? Morai, the city you must know where I should go next. Huh? Me? Oh, don't you worry. Just a moment, please. All right, here. It's an invitation to the library, prepared just for you, as the city wills it. What was he talking to? What was he talking to? Or was he talking to me all along? Oh, okay. Oh, so he distorted. Okay. For people who are also don't know, people can like do things called like distort. They can distort by because there's like if people like go into a certain mindset, a voice will talk to them, and if they listen to this voice, they'll like distort and turn into like an abnormality, which is like a monster thingy. But if they like, I think if they like reject the voice, then like they can like do something called manifest ego and like gain some like cool power and look cool and like get some sick armor and something like that. But he looks like this Yan guy distorted. He turned into some weird monster thingy. Well, regardless, back to my post. Gotta keep my position. color me speechless. So that's what the prescripts really were. Beings, kin to gods of the city. I don't think I've heard or read any mention of such things. It does seem like there are some beings out there that fit the description that Weaver person gave. I think I've seen something similar a few times, though I don't know if that was actually one. Not sure if being is the right word for them, to be honest. They're supposedly created because people wish for them to exist. I don't know a lot about them, to tell you the truth. According to our logic, the prescripts would be one such being, created from the collective aspiration of those who want to be given a purpose in their aimless lives. Have you seen one yourself, Roland? I don't know. I might have, but I don't really know what I saw. Heck, I'm not even sure if I saw it at all. That doesn't count as seeing one, does it? It's just that my memory about the details of it is blurry. I don't feel like remembering it for whatever reason. You don't think highly of them, huh? Seeing what one of those metaphorical gods made out of people's wishes is doing, I can't see them in a positive light. Yeah, pretty much. They seem to lead people to ruin in one way or another. Is it truly for their sake? What do you think, Roland? Do you think those gods are leading the residents of the city to the correct paths, as some claim? I won't lie, that at a glance they do look like a weird cult giving their lives to an object that swings on a whim. And they're giving arbitrary meanings to it, like how it's the heartbeat of the city. It's a consequential point of view shared by many other religions. The methods they take may be a complete mess. That being said, I don't think there's absolutely nothing good to say about them. They fulfill the people's wishes anyhow. The results are another story. Even though the so-called gods bring fear and despair to people, you get to live a life that's richer and more human. The goal might have been forcibly handed to them, but it's still better than nothing. Well, you're free to think whatever you want in the end. You can feel the prescripts are horrible, or justify necessity or whatever. Who knows? You're right. Anyway, we should put our personal impressions aside. Prepare to receive our guest. Meow. I'm counting on you as always. Receive a prescript and carry it out. Receive a prescript and carry it out. Receive. Greetings, dear guest. If I may, I am Angela. Yes, it would seem that you would know me well. The prescripts know everything. The prescripts represent the will of the city. They know everything that goes on in the city. They know what I am going to do, what you are going to do, all of it. See, don't you have any doubts about the prescripts? Of course not. The prescripts and are the city's will. The city's volition is my will. To deny the city's volition is to deny myself. By accepting that as truth, you're acknowledging that you have no free will of your own. Don't you feel that is unfair? We no longer have to be driven to despair by the repercussions of our own choices. We don't have to be worn down from the pain standing in the field of thorns on our 2 feet. By filling up the part that can't be achieved alone, our lives as humans can become much more lavish. I have the talent to walk the path in front of me. If nothing else, even if I don't have much happiness, I know where to go in the immediate future, and that's enough for me. It's fortunate to hear that you are satisfied with it. May you find your book in this place. Well, poor Jan. Jazz hands? Hold up. Let's see. Less RNG. Oh, that probably fine actually. So much. Gotta redirect some damage here.
Nobody seems
Good.
For another vendetta.
Yeah, would be. Pulling like on your drive back home, you know. Very comfy, very comfy. This guy. There we go. There we go.
Did we enter that early?
Oh my god, that was hard. That was so annoying, but there it is. Maybe. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. That person's death will what the prescripts intended. Beats me. The prescripts look like they see several steps ahead, so it might as well be. Though boy, what did that Yan guy endure and struggle so much for? Risk death forging prescripts trying to express his free will? But that was ultimately part of the prescripts, the will of the city, as he put it. Yep, after all, this is the fate those prescripts led him to. You said earlier that there are good things to be said about them, Roland. That I did, because they're still part of the city. While I'm still not completely convinced, I can understand it somewhat. Life as a human, never wanting for anything. What is the reason gods of the city emerged? Why do people wish for them to exist, even as they suffer? I try to think from those people's perspectives, the perspective of someone without a purpose to live. How I would act in their shoes. What's your conclusion? It couldn't be more obvious. I won't sit and wait for someone else to determine the meaning of my life for me like the others. I'm different. I'll seek out a way on my own. It's much easier said than done. They won't truly realize that they're talking about what until they're put in such a situation themselves. So they can't be viewed all that badly? Correct. I've decided against painting them in an excessively negative light. That still doesn't mean I fully understand them, however. Although, I am curious about what you just mentioned as well. I must wonder what Yan's actions and the consequences to them were trying to show. Haven't got a clue, ma'am. Haven't got a clue. Who's to say what purpose there was to it in the first place? Those prescripts are an enigma. In this whole distortion business, it's scary how the process can be so simple. That demonstration made it clear. It appears that the breakdown of a belief one firmly held serves as a catalyst for the distortion. Exactly, that's the scary part. It's what happens all the time in the city. Though someone did explain to me that why people aren't distorting left and right pretty clearly. Either way, this left a bitter taste in my mouth, just like the other time.